How to take action if a guy calls you ugly. Unfortunately, if you are a girl, sometimes guys may call you ugly. Nobody likes to be made fun of, right? Chances are, if you lack self-esteem, after he says you're ugly, you find yourself wondering if he's right and begin feeling self-conscious. Are you going to let him get away with insulting you like that? And are you going to take it seriously? Steps. 1. Consider who's calling you ugly. Is it one of your best guy friends? And can you tell that he's teasing? Or is it a guy that seems to hate you and insults you on a regular basis? Or is it your evil ex-boyfriend or just some random idiot? 2. If he's teasing you, a friendly poke and a joke in return will be fine. If he's saying this to be mean, you can either tell him off or just ignore him. 3. If you start wondering if the guy was actually kidding, take a look at yourself, especially if this isn't the first time someone has said this. Is there something you are doing to hide your unique feature? Are you always biting your lip? Do you stare at the floor? Do you hide your face with your hair? If you decide that you are not happy with your image, now might be a good time to change your wardrobe, hair, etc. Remember, everyone is beautiful in their own way, some in the inside, some on the outside, some both. Every has different ideas about beauty. Not everyone sees beauty in the same things. Except that you will always be judged by some on your looks. It's up to you what they judge you for, a smile or a frown, someone obviously obsessed with their appearance, or someone having too much fun to worry about how they look. 4. Don't let it ruin your life. One comment should not make you completely miserable. Just walk confidently and have fun. 5. If it's a boyfriend, find someone who isn't a jerk. 6. Be classy. If you understand that ugly is a weak and childish insult, then respond in a polite, very adult way. Thank whomever called you ugly, and tell him that he is very kind. Then walk away. It drives people crazy when they can't get a response out of you. 7. Remember that mature adults don't generally going around calling each other ugly. As annoying as pathetic, juvenile behavior from people who ought to know better is, you won't have to put up with it your whole life. 8. Use a comeback if you want to. Sometimes something that makes the person who insulted you laugh, or anyone around laugh at him, can make you feel better. Some suggested comebacks are, I'm ugly, you're immature, nobody's perfect. Yeah, I'm ugly, I take after my dad, do you even know what your dad looks like? Yeah, I'm ugly, guess I missed out on my beauty sleep for a while. What's your excuse? Yeah, I'm ugly. It's called acne, a birthmark, Treacher-Collins syndrome, keloid scarring, name proudly your condition. Is there a medical term for people who state the blindingly obvious, or are they going to name it after you? Tips. Do your best to let it pass. You are a unique individual. Don't believe them if they say that. Don't change anything about yourself just because he wants you to, or is implying that you should. Only change for yourself. Remember, some guys will call you ugly or say you dress weird or something like that because they already have a girlfriend. Obviously they don't want a breakup and they don't want their girlfriend to think they actually like you. This isn't always true though, so be careful. If he's not interested, don't put too much into it, just laugh it off. There's other guys out there that will like you. If a guy is calling you ugly, it could be true that he's just being mean, but maybe he likes you. Boys only call girls ugly when they can't think of anything else to say or think that they can get a reaction from you. If you act sensitive about your appearance, you are playing into their hands. If you really want to hurt somebody, you would most likely dredge up something personal about them. Ugly isn't a personal insult at all, it's just a general expression of anger or frustration. Realize that if a guy calls you ugly, you aren't ugly at all, he's just desperate to hurt you in any way he can, but is too stupid to figure out how to actually insult you. Ugly is one of the most vague and powerless insults that there is, like stupid. Don't let it hurt you any more than you would be hurt if someone called you stinky pants. If the guy recently found out from someone that you have a crush on them and they start calling you ugly or getting ticked off at you, remember they are immature and they are most likely on an ego trip. Just ignore them and brush it off, don't let them hurt you. Come on, if they really get all freaked out at you for liking them, they need to grow up and they aren't worth it. Just find another guy who will like you for who you are. Unfortunately, unpopular girls or misfits are pretty, but guys in the in crowd wouldn't want to damage their rep, so they call you ugly behind your back to act cool. See if they secretly flirt with you or sneak cute smiles at you. They probably don't think you're ugly at all. To feel beautiful each day, try looking in the mirror every morning and name 10 things that make you beautiful physically and 10 things that make you beautiful on the inside. This will make you feel good, look good, and get confidence to brush off the person calling you ugly. Try to ignore anyone that calls you ugly. There are other guys around you who would appreciate you more. Beauty comes from inside and out. There are many ways to be beautiful. Try to focus on what you want for yourself, and try not to let mean comments influence that. Warnings. Sadly, tomboys will hear this a lot. But if you, as a tomboy, like your T-shirts and cutoffs, don't let the guy's comments bother you. To let the comments bother you is just giving him undeserved power.